Hi, I'm Professor Hall, and I thought we'd go ahead and have a little visit before the semester starts. This will be the last time that you see my face, but throughout the course you will hear my voice in the many tutorials that are in the classroom, so that it's just like I'm there, except you're looking at something pretty. This has been an interesting time in history, hasn't it? And I know that we've all been in isolation. Not one word about my hair. I don't want to hear it. Everything is still closed down. So I wanted to custom build a course for you that is easily doable within the time frame that we have. I know that it's going to look like a lot of information, but the pages are sometimes very small. Some of the exercises are short, and we have 2 essays. One essay is 3 paragraphs, and the final essay is going to be your masterpiece, and it's creative. It combines everything that we have in an objective. So I hope that you're going to enjoy this course. I've worked really hard over the last several months to build it, and I'm excited. So what I want you to do is log into the course. I'm going to open it on Friday. And when you go in the course, you can go ahead and get ahead of the game. There are no textbooks. Everything's in the class. And I know you've got to remember that since we don't have a textbook, the information needs to be given to you some way. And so I've combined PDFs and lots of lecture tutorials, which is another section of this course, is the lecture time. So it's very important that you read all the information, start at one page and just click next. And so I've learned so much from this course, and I hope you will too. Sometimes it seems as though they were so very far away, the Pilgrims and the Puritans, and it just seems like that period of time was so long ago. And then sometimes it feels like it might as well be today. So I find that a very interesting correlation. Now, you're going to find that there's a number of little announcements. We've talked about that. I want you to go over the syllabus. The home page will have this video again, so you don't need to watch this again. And under that is the navigation of the course, which is very briefly showing you the way through the course. And then that's followed by the syllabus, and then I have a little short tutorial that hits the highlights of that syllabus, although, of course, you know by now that you're responsible for everything that's in the syllabus. One of the things that you'll notice when you look at that navigation of the course is that I don't have any tests in here. And as long as I see that people are watching the tutorials, I always know. I've been teaching since, well, really since Cher was a child, and I really can tell when students have been reading the information and when they're not. Now, I know you may be, I have gone into places before and just said, what do I got to do? Clicked the assignment and not read the information before. I've done it. I've regretted every single time, but I've done it. And I have set up the course so that what you will be doing in a short assignment will show me back that you actually watched the tutorial, which are fun, by the way. It's me talking to you, telling you. So the tutorials are fun, and the information is fascinating. One thing I'm going to apologize to you right now for, and that is that in these tutorials, as I was looking back through them, I think I used the word interesting about 372 times. Just let it become white noise. Just know that the whole point of the course for me, my job, is to prove to you that you are brilliant. Your job is to follow along with me each step of the way. And I think as long as we keep with our jobs, we're going to be in good shape. And I don't know if I've taken courses before where I've logged in and there's a reading list. And I don't know if you have or not. There's nothing wrong with that. That's one style of teaching. Of course, you know I'm a creative, so that's not going to be my style of teaching, because I don't know what you like to read. I don't know what you like to watch. I don't know what I'm going to say that word. I don't know what interests you. Hang on. Here I had my little list. So I don't know if you love poetry, short stories, travel journals. I love the travel journals. Novels, historical narratives, slave spirituals, some of the songs, the music, the words, the lyrics, oh, legal documents. I've had students that really enjoyed the Federalist Papers. I know. Good luck on that one. I have read them, not all of them, but I've read enough to know. They had a lot to say. They had a lot to say. Magazine journals, the women's literature, religious sermons, folklore, Native Americans, information on the witch trials, the actual trial transcripts, the Lewis and Clark expeditions, Davy Crockett, and he described everywhere he was. Oh, and Ben Franklin. If you like Ben Franklin, it's wonderful because that child is on everything. He had his little political hand on so many documents. Well, anyway, I want you to pick what you like. So I have set up the course where I give a lecture, and you're watching me looking at the timeline that I'm reading, and we're looking through it together to see what the highlights of that particular period of time were. And then there's some readings. And then I want you to find something that you like. If you're interested in it, so am I. But there's too many things. I don't want to just give a list and say, read these things. I don't know where I am, especially in a historical period of time. I kind of need to know where I am so I know what like, for example, the Star-Spangled Banner. If you don't know the story of the Star-Spangled Banner, the words don't make any sense. So on it goes. And you will see in there that a little exercise comes with it. The first essay, we need to demonstrate some things, and I will make sure, I promise you, that all of those things are demonstrated. And sometimes it's so much fun that you don't even realize that that's what we're doing. One of the main things and the important thing is that for the district, for the state, they hang in English courses on the number of words that students write. I have a system where I can prove beyond any shadow of any doubt that you wrote all of the words that are required and more. And if you'll just go along with me and make sure that you put a word count on everything, a word count on your posts, a word count on everything, I promise you that we will meet and surpass that requirement. So cooperate with me on that one and we'll be in pretty good shape. Let me think. I'm going to pause while I think. That's right, I just have a few last things. First, plagiarism. I'm not even going to go into it. You know what it is. You're going to become English majors. You know exactly what to avoid, and you know how to cite everything. If you're still a little fuzzy on that, believe me, we have in the syllabus every bit of information you could ever possibly want to know about what is or is not plagiarism. So that's going to happen, and that'll give you all that information. The next thing is the discussion boards. I have such feelings about discussion boards. First, one of the district's #1 concerns is that we not appear to be a correspondence course. A correspondence course is where they send you the materials, you do the work, and you mail it back to them. That's a correspondence course. Our classroom must be active and vibrant at all times. And that means that I need to have students interacting with one another in the discussion board. All the time? No. But some of the time, yes, so that we see posts going in and anybody who would ever look at that course could see, look at the discussion board area. These people are posting, they're doing this, and I've given you interesting things to do in there, and you're going to have a cyber cafe group, which is a small group to whom you are accountable, and you're going to really enjoy that group. So that's something that I just pitch for that. I hope for that. I've had, over these years with Canvas, I've had maybe 20 groups that were just awesome and really made good use out of that cyber cafe group. I hope the best for us all because this is not going to be the end. Wherever you're going to go to the university, you're going to have more of this. So getting used to having that as part of your routine is, I think it's the perfect way to approach the university degree that you will ultimately be receiving with high honors. And I know you're English majors, and I think that's brilliant, so I commend you on that. I think an English major with a little maybe teaching certification, some communications courses so that you kind of have that little focus going on, some speech classes. Just some things to create a wonderful university degree program. And I think that that's fantastic. So as a fellow English major with you, I've always been so proud that I have that degree. I paid my own, um, not all of it, but I paid for most of my graduate degree. And that has paid itself back. I can't even tell you how many times over. It's a very smart degree program. So I'm excited for you. I want you to have a good time at the end of the day. This is time that you deserve. I know that for many people, this particular time in history has been fraught with folks living kind of on top of each other and responsibilities, and parents have now become teachers, and children are home all the time, and families have been stretched to the limit. I realize that, and I'm compassionate for that, and I've built the class for that. But you are allowed to have time to study and become the brilliant person that you are. You have that right, and you have that right to request or require or whatever you need to do, that you have time in a quiet corner with candles lit and your cup of tea to enjoy learning this fabulous learning curve that we're on. You have every right to that. And I don't want you to do this on the phone. I think it's better to do it at a computer. You cannot turn in any assignments on a phone, but you can listen to tutorials on the phone if you need to. I'm okay with that kind of. As long as you give yourself the treat of time to learn and grow and become the genius that I know you are. How do I know that? Because you took this class. If you didn't take this class, right? So I know these things. You just have to trust me. I've been doing this a very long time. So again, back to final thing, no tests unless I see evidence that you haven't been reading the course information. What would that evidence be? An email that says, do we have to turn in a word count on this, that, or the other? Well, I'm telling you now, and I tell you about 20 other places in the course. Always include a word count on everything. Everything means everything. So that tells me that somebody didn't read the works cited page. Somebody turns in something and they don't have a citation page that's accurate, and that absolutely tells me that they didn't follow those instructions on the easiest program in all the world for creating a perfect citation page. So I look for these things, and I look for people to email me about topics. This is what I want to hear about. If you have a topic and you're thinking, how can I narrow the focus of this topic? Email me about that. That's what I want to hear. I want to help you focus and narrow down your topics. It's my specialty. And yet, semester after semester, students write me saying, I can't figure out how to get this turned in. I don't do technical support. I wouldn't know how to begin to help you. You have a 24/7 Canvas helpline right there. All you have to do is call them and they will help you with that tech stuff. I also can't take anything by any attachments by email. You know that. You know what the world is like right now. I can't open any kind of attachment. And so sending me a screenshot or anything like that isn't going to work. However, this is a brand new course. The assignments are new. I've done the assignments myself to make sure that I understood them, but then I wrote them. So of course I understand them. Hopefully that will work for you. I'd like for you to use your Cyber Cafe for those assignments if you have questions. That's where your Cyber Cafe comes in handy. Because if you write me and say, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to write you back. You can find the answers to your question in the module directions. That's what you're going to hear from me. If I could have thought of another way to tell you, I would have. I'm not going to give descriptions of an assignment and go, I'm not going to tell them everything. I'm going to let them guess. No, I've told you everything I need to tell you about an assignment. And then it's going to be up to you to complete that. That's why you have your people. You have the Cyber Cafe. You have an open forum to the entire course if you need. And you have the 24/7 assistance of Canvas for any of your tech support issues. man, we are set. We are ready to go. I'm excited. The course will open Friday. You can go in, you can begin studying the study pages. I know it looks like a lot, but it's really not a lot. Once you go through the pages, you can see if you just click next, which is the little bottom right-hand corner arrow, just go next, go to the next page, go to the next page. Most of those tutorials are short and manageable. Just go through, and that way you know, okay? We're going to work together. We've got to be a team. There's a whole lot of you and one of me, and together we work like a little train chugging down the track. So you do your part by reading everything in the course. I'll do my part by creating assignments that honor your abilities, that honor your tastes, and give you an opportunity to just see a buffet of possibilities for you to just pick and choose what you like, right? Okay, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope I will see you in the course. That's it.